Auburn adds a piece to its 2023 recruiting class in three-star offensive lineman Gernorris Wilson. Comes from a powerhouse program down there at Lakeland Gorney, and a guy that is definitely a little bit of a developmental project, but should be someone that Auburn is happy to land.
Yeah, and the thing with Jornorris Wilson is in the recruiting game, there are no surprises. No one is ever surprised, but this one really wasn't. I mean, Auburn was the school to beat for a very long time for him. He had taken multiple visits there and absolutely loved it. He had been telling reporters that, it was like he was falling in love with the place. It looked like he was going to commit to the place a bunch of times. I'm actually, the only surprise here is that it took him so long to make this decision because Auburn was the clear favorite. Some other schools, North Carolina, UCF, and others, were trying to stay involved, but I think everybody kind of saw the writing on the wall here. Yeah, and in terms of a player, he's got the size at 6'4", 6'5", 280, 285. He's going to probably develop into a 300-pounder. And, Auburn getting into Florida is definitely very helpful for a recruiting class that does really need a spark and some momentum moving through the fall.
Yeah, we know that they need help on the offensive line. We saw the cupboard was left pretty bare there, by the last staff. Not a lot of pure tackles were recruited or signed. Wilson, like you mentioned, he's about 280. He's very, slim in terms of what you think of, especially historically with a big lineman. So big frame and a lot of room to grow. That's what coaches like now when they look at these tackles, right?
Yeah, they don't want. I mean, there are some guys that are over 300 pounds that we know have just maxed out physically, and then they'll develop their skills around their size. But a lot of coaches now want guys that they can bring in who can move and then add the weight as they want to at the next level. So I think Wilson is one of those guys. And to Auburn's credit, they've been trying to get guys in there. They just need some spark to get things going. They're working hard on DJ Chester. They're trying to flip Bo Hughley. So there are definitely offensive line targets out there that Auburn wants. But Wilson was a guy that they had ID'd early. They really wanted, like you said, a powerhouse program in Central Florida. It's a nice addition and maybe could be a little bit of a pipeline. I'm not saying Auburn's going to go into Lakeland and win every recruiting battle, but it certainly doesn't hurt if Jornorris Wilson goes there and has some success that some of his friends and younger teammates might take a look at Auburn as well.
All right, so nice gift for the Tigers. Be sure to check out auburnsports.com for more coverage of Wilson's commitment.